Good morning, everybody. My name is Mr. Lawrence Yankee, and I am a special education teacher in the Dougherty County School System at Alice Coachman Elementary School. And today I will be introducing you to my educational philosophy. First, let me begin by saying that all children, regardless of their mental, physical, social, emotional, economic disadvantages, can learn. I am a witness to this on a daily basis as I perform my task as a special education teacher. Many of my students have significant developmental delays as well as intellectual disabilities. However, through useful accommodations and modifications, and along with lots of support and interventions, they are able to participate in the inclusive setting. Why is education an important profession? Well, to me, education is the key to all success. Remember, educators make all the other careers possible. Most people wouldn't even have the jobs they have if they're not able to do basic skills. To be able to count change, you have to be able to do math. To be able to write grant letters, you have to be able to know grammar and ELA. To be able to perform experiments and be an engineer, you have to know science. To be able to be in public administration and to be able to be in law enforcement, you have to know the laws. You have to be able to read and know history and be able to write. So that's why education is a very important profession, especially the profession I work in, which is working with students with disabilities, because in the long run, every step they take is a goal towards their future. What I mean by that is right now, as they're in the foundational grades, the grades I work with them in K through 2, they start learning all those skills that are necessary as like basic writing, phonological awareness, phonemic awareness, math calculations, math problem solving, reading fluency, reading comprehension, all the basic skills that are necessary for them to move forward and eventually be able to complete tasks as they move up in grade levels. Now, of course, being able to being taught, every student learns differently. Some students are auditory, some students are visual, some students are hands-on or kinesthetic. In fact, the majority of the students I work with are both auditory and kinesthetic. Very few are visual. It is it is unique, however, that I learn all three ways. First, I have to see it, then I have to hear it, then I have to do it. And so when I did a learning the way you learn test back about 2 weeks ago, I was like 33, 34, 33. So it's amazing to see that I'm a blended learner and able to learn in all different ways, similar to how my students are able to learn. I plan to approach my learners the way I approach them is in the same way that I would like to be approached. I would like someone to take their time and work with me one on one. Show me how you got this problem. Show me how you solved this problem. Show me how to, show me ways to fix things. Show me how you did it. Draw individual examples one at a time. Break things down into simpler pieces. Most of the time, when you're doing one to one interventions like I do, I like to give guiding questions, but I want them to think first. A lot of times, they may not get it right, but if you at least challenge them to think, then as they get into as they get those higher processing things done, they're able to become more successful. Higher order thinking is very important, especially the older they get, because a lot of times if people don't have no common sense, it doesn't matter how many degrees you got. If you don't have no common sense, then you're no good in society. My teaching style is very engaging. I'm very passionate about teaching. I see the classroom as like the basketball court or the football field. When my kids come to me, it's like a practice getting ready for their future. Many times I would look forward, even though we over assess a lot, I look forward to assessment days because those are the days that they actually put all their basics, put all these skills that they've been taught into fruition. When I see even just the slightest growth, it makes me feel good. It means I've done what I'm supposed to do. And even if you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and especially dealing with students with disabilities or any students at all. You're going to win some, lose some. However, you take those losses and you build on them, and you eventually get that student to grow. Either though a lot of times people think you just can jump from A to Z, but it takes steps, especially when it comes to literacy and reading. Most kids have to start learning by pre-print, by pre-A, which is learning print and seeing words, and then they'll slowly start building into I can run, see Jan talk, see Jan hop. Then they move into more structured sentences in level B and C and so on. But watching each of these kids, watching these students grow in that kind of level is really amazing, and it keeps me going on a daily basis. You can see right now as I speak, it's like 6:35 a.m. and I'm already up, ready to go. Um, how I support my learners, hmm. Being there and providing them the tools they need to be successful is the number one way you support your learners. Another way you support your learners is by collaborating with your co-teacher, having being able to feedback what you know and what they know and bringing it together and showing the students that indeed we learn from our mistakes and we also can be a collaborative team, that it does take a team, a village to teach students. Once again, my basic theory of education, my philosophy is this: that regardless of your economic, your social, your emotional, your mental, your physical, regardless of all those disadvantages, you can still learn. And that is the way we have to approach education these days. We have to approach it in a manner where we believe that all students can learn. And there's so many wide ways to teach children these days. There's no longer just the old-fashioned method of the chalkboard and writing stuff down. Now you have all these technologies like Rethink, like our Canvas boards, and the laptops that have Freckle and a mirror and all types of learning programs. And it allows the kids to just really integrate technology into their learning. And like I said in previous classes, technology and integration of technology is going to be the future of education. Before long, you might only stand in front of a classroom maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. And after that, you're breaking into small groups, and students are starting to learn independently as you're teaching and remediating. And on the other side, you have these groups that are working in their technology areas and their technology programs. So the classroom is beginning to change, and I love this way of education these days. Well, that is my educational philosophy. And once again, my name is Mr. Lawrence Yankee, and I am a inclusion teacher at Alice Coachman Elementary School, working with K through 2. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.